Welcome to Learning Partner. So this is the 16th episode of Angular 20 tutorial. So we till now we have covered all the basic topic from data binding, routing, API call integration, template form, reactive form, services. Now we are slowly moving towards the advanced part. So from Angular 17, 18 and 19, something we knew we got, that is resource API. Just like with just to write the async kind of code, we already have the rxjs. With that rxjs http client, we do the API call integration. Similar to that, we got a resource API. So we have two types of, one is the resource and one is the rx resource. Resource API worked as a promise base, and rx resource work with your rxjs. Fine. So how we used to do the API call with http client, similar to that we can do the API call with the help of resource API. Fine. So first we are going to see the resource API, then our Rx resource. So what I have done, I have created a new component and I have created the route also. And this is the component and the HTML. Now, how do we write the resource API? Let's say we have to do the API call integration. Now, first resource API deals with the promise. So now when we say promise, obviously, if we talk about the API call integration, fetch will come into our minds, right? So by default in JavaScript, fetch API is there. By using that API, we do the API call integration. Now, so let's say user data is equal to resource. Fine. Now this has so many things. Okay, so you can see we have loader, param, query parameter, equal, default value, so many things are there. So we are going to use the loader. Loader expector promised. Okay, so we are going to give it to that the promise. Now here we need to do the API call. So we will use the fetch one. So JavaScript, how do we write the API call? By using plain JavaScript, by using the fetch API. And here we need to pass the URL. So let's use the JSON placeholder. So this is the user API we are going to use. So this is simply resource. How do you do the API call? By using the resource. Fine. Now, if I try to print this data, okay, let's try to print it. Let's open the network tab. So by default, you will be able to see one API call is happening. See one API call is there just because we have created a resource, right? Now that data we got, and if we printed it over here, something object is coming, right? Now whenever we work with the resource, so resource has several state. Okay, resource or rx resource has several state. Both the resource and the rx has the same properties available. First we can check if the resource has a value or not. Okay, so that like dot, see, so many things are there, has a value or not. If it has a value, let's use the control flow statement at the rate if this variable I will use, or let's print it also. I want it to show like what we get. See, it is true. Let's try to slow the internet speed. Let's go over here. Let's go to resource. See, by default it is false. And once we get the response, it got true. Means has value. It's like whenever we write the API call, we need to check like if API call data is there or not. So resource by default has that property. It has a value or not, right? Then how do you read the value also? So user data dot value. Okay, let's check if we are able to read the data object response, right? So now in this, like what do we have? Array of data we have, right? So let's try to iterate. Again, call for I'm creating, and here UL will be there at the rate for loop on this. Li we will create. Why we are getting error? Value as a method or what property? What it is saying? Let's try to read. The type response must have a iterator method returns on an integrator. Same thing we have it. Let's try to print it first. I think first we need to add the check if it has a value or not. Let's try. Still we are getting error. Let me quickly check this. Sorry, my bad. So whenever we use the fetch API, by default, we don't get the data, whole response. Okay, this is from JavaScript only. Whenever we use the fetch API and if we write like this, we will get the whole data, means your response, method type, success type, error, success, everything we get. But what we need from that, we just need the data. So what do we use? Dot. Then we use result, and we need to convert whatever the result we get to JSON. JSON as a method. You can see once we add that, then our error got away. See now once I save, let's reload. Wait, something is wrong. Save, save. See, we got the data and that data is visible. Got it? So this is your resource. It's an alternate way to write the API call. I don't know, like just like HTTP client, we have it, but just something new. We got it from Angular 17, 18, and 19. I don't remember the exact, like either we got it on 17 or 16, but just the latest, whatever the version we have. So this might not be used every day in programming because we already have the HTTP client, but for an interview purpose and just we should be aware like what are the new things we have, so we should be aware, so in that case we should know it. Okay, so this is resource. So resource by default works with the promise because that's why we have to use fetch and then. Now just like resource we have rx resource also. Fine. User list is equal to rx resource, and in rx resource again same kind of things are there. Wait, what do we have it over here? So resource work with the promise. So that's why we have used the fetch. But Rx resource lets you to work with your HTTP client. Fine. So previously in the up to 18th version, we had a loader function, but now that loader property got replaced with stream of data. Fine. Otherwise, it is just the same. But now here we can use the HTTP client. Fine. So HTTP is equal to inject HTTP client. Then this dot HTTP dot get, we have to specify the return type, what type of data we are going to return. So any of array I'm going. Then the method URL. So this is the same URL, we will use it over here. Fine. So this is your Rx resource, one which work with the HTTP client library RxJS. Fine. And resource work with the promise. So that's why we have to use the fetch. Now let's copy the same thing. Just instead of user, we will have user list and user list. It will behave the same. C. Okay, so in first column, in first call, we are going to get the data by using resource, and in second column, we are able to get the data by using Rx resource. So this is something new we have from the latest version, resource and the RX resource. So both are used, these are called as a resource API, just like fetch is also called as a fetch API, right? So we have two more ways to do the API call integration. Either you use the resource which works on the promise, and another is Rx resource which works on the RxJS like HTTP client. Fine. And again, like has value, reload, so many things are there. You can trigger, like, let's say after some time, you need to trigger it, right? So let's say constructor, and in set timeout, let's say after 6 seconds, again, I need to reload this, right? So this dot user data dot reload. So see at the first time we will have to call, and after 6 seconds again we are calling this API. Just observe the network call now. See two API calls we have. After 6 seconds we should get one more API call. See third API call. So this reload will let you trigger this loader function again. Okay. So now this thing was not there present in the HTTP client, but now we have it over here with the resource. So Obviously some things are coming, so it has a meaningful purpose to it. So that's why we should be aware of it also, like what new things are there. Okay, so this was the resource. Again, focused on the interview, this is very important topic. Everyone is going to ask you like what are the resource, how do we use the resource, what is rx resource, right? How do we automatically reload the data from the resource? So by using reload function. How do we check the value is there or not? Value is there. Again, loader is also there, just like this. So many things are there, right? See, loader is loading is also property there. Again, it will return true and false. If you want, if property is true, you can show the loader. Once the resource has the data, that loader property will get false, right? So many things are there. Okay. So I hope these advanced topics are also you are able to understand. I'm trying to make it simpler as it is. Okay. If you are new to my channel, please do subscribe, like, and comment. In the video description, you'll be finding a link to join my channel. Please do join WhatsApp group. Please do join all that also, and you can directly connect with me from that chat also. Okay, that's it. Thank you.